Hi, Tim. I have a question for you. Is it really cheaper for me to buy a house than it is for me to rent a house? You may have heard recently in the news that rents have gone up extraordinarily high over the last couple of years. In fact, the National Association of Realtors reports that since the beginning of the pandemic, rents have increased about 26%, maybe a little bit more in certain areas. So what does that mean for you? As you're continuing to rent, you're going to be putting all of your money toward somebody else's future as opposed to the idea of jumping in the other side and actually purchasing a home. So now the question is, what does that look like financially to me? Is it really cheaper to buy than it is to rent? In many cases, the answer to this question is yes. I'd like to give you a specific example. If we take a typical $300,000 home in the Woodward corridor, and we said, I'm going to put 20% down on the purchase of that home, the typical principal, interest, and taxes and insurance on a property around $300,000 with 20% down is going to be around $1,600 to $1,700 a month. That would get you a nice 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, 1,200 square foot bungalow in the Woodward corridor. The same property right now in the current market would achieve a rent of between $2,000 and $2,300 a month. You can clearly see in this analysis that it is cheaper to serve the debt on a monthly basis to buy a house than it is to pay the rent every month and have nothing except a stack of receipts when you're all done. Now, let's step back and you say, well, I don't have 20% down, I have 5% down. The same math, looking at it on a monthly basis, would cost you around $1,900 a month. So even with a relatively modest down payment in the range of 5%, you would still be cheaper to serve the debt on a monthly basis by purchasing the property than by renting it. And certainly you have the opportunity to have the pride of home ownership and all of the great things that go along with that. That's what we have for you today. Please feel free to give us a call, send us a text, shoot us an email. We'd love to hear from you with your questions about real estate.